Top 10 Absurd Myths on the Coronavirus. Taken in the first spot we have Cats and dogs spread coronavirus. This story made the headlines when in Hong Kong, a Pomeranian whose owner had COVID-19 also contracted the virus. Yet, this dog did not display any symptoms. Regarding the above findings, Professor Jonathan Baum, a professor of molecular virology at the University of Nottingham in the UK, says, "We have to differentiate between real infection and just detecting the presence of the virus. I still think it's questionable how relevant it is to the human outbreak, as most of the global outbreak has been driven by human-to-human transmission." At the end of February, the Hong Kong government's Agriculture, Fisheries and Conservation Department reported that the pet dog of a patient with COVID-19 had also tested positive for coronavirus in Hong Kong. This prompted questions about whether pets could be spreading the virus and whether they should be put into quarantine. What do our trusted sources say? The World Health Organization says, while there has been one instance of a dog being infected in Hong Kong, to date, there is no evidence that a dog, cat, or any pet can transmit COVID-19. The World Organization for Animal Health said, the current spread of COVID-19 is a result of human-to-human transmission. To date, there is no evidence that companion animals can spread the disease. Therefore, there is no justification in taking measures against companion animals which may compromise their welfare. Our next absurd myth is one for our fellow vampires. Garlic protects against COVID-19. Some research may suggest that garlic might slow the growth of some species of bacteria. However, COVID-19 is caused by a virus, and there is no evidence to suggest that garlic can protect people against COVID-19 or viruses themselves. Taken on the next spot we have, you can protect yourself from coronavirus by gargling bleach. First of all, a person should never consider putting bleach in their mouths. There are no circumstances in which gargling bleach might benefit a person's health. Bleach is corrosive and can cause serious health damage. Part of this spot we have the myth that injecting or consuming bleach or disinfectant kills the virus. This one deserved the mention, given that the smartest man on earth publicly recommended the consumption of bleach as a cure for the virus. Allow me to quickly play you a snippet of what Donald Trump had to say regarding this bleach antidote for coronavirus.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of the lungs. So
allow me to quickly clarify one thing. Consuming or injecting disinfectant or bleach will not remove the virus from the body. Dr. Wayne Carter, Associate Professor at the University of Nottingham School of Medicine in the UK, writes that disinfectants in bleach are strong oxidizing agents useful to kill bacteria or viruses when they are deposited on surfaces. But these agents should not be ingested or injected. These agents can cause severe tissue burns and blood vessel damage. Dr. Penny Ward, visiting professor in pharmaceutical medicine at King's College, London, UK, explains, drinking bleach kills. Injecting bleach kills faster. Next is my favorite, and in my eyes, the dumbest myth. 5G helps spread coronavirus. As the world becomes more connected, some regions are rolling out 5G mobile technology. One of the most recent conspiracy theories to emerge is that 5G is responsible for the swift spread of coronavirus across the globe. Some people claim that 5G helps viruses communicate, often citing a paper from 2011. In this study, the authors conclude that bacteria can communicate via electromagnetic signals. However, experts dispute this theory, given that COVID is a virus, not a bacterium. Wuhan was one of the first cities to trial 5G in China, which helps to explain the origin of some of these theories. However, Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou also rolled out 5G at a similar time. It is also worth noting that COVID-19 has significantly impacted countries with very little 5G coverage, such as Iran. We turn our attention back to India, where the sales of chicken and mutton have dropped due to the coronavirus scare. It is jackfruit that is emerging as an acceptable alternative. Jackfruit, in fact, is now priced higher than chicken due to poor demand. What do doctors have to say about this? Prices of chicken have dropped in the market as people are apprehensive of consuming chicken and eggs. The flu that the chicken contract is called bird flu or avian flu, and here we are talking about a completely different kind of virus, which has nothing to do with birds. If chickens are raised healthy and the place where they are kept is inspected, clean to ensure that they are all disease-free, it is reasonably safe to say that the consumption of chickens or their eggs, well cooked, does not lead to a corona infection. Next, we're going to focus on some real beefy stuff. For some of you, this might be a real stinker. Consuming cow dung and cow urine can cure coronavirus. In several cities in India, this has been administered as an antidote with a claim that it boosts our immune system and kills the virus. There have been instances where cow urine has been sprinkled on some areas as a disinfectant of some sort. Let me tell you that scientifically, there is no basis to this particular myth. It hasn't been proven or determined yet that cow urine or cow dung used in any form, either as a surface applicant or administered orally, is able to kill the virus. Our fellow friends into some recreational substances will definitely appreciate the following myth. Coronavirus can be cured by snorting cocaine, drinking alcohol, and bleach. A sudden widely circulated rumor has been in the spotlight over the past few weeks, which the health officials across the world have been trying to stop. Some people shared on social media that one can be protected from the virus by snorting cocaine, and it can be cured by drinking alcohol and bleach. What the professionals have to say. This myth probably stems from the fact that hand washers or hand sanitizers using 60 to 70% of alcohol is able to kill the virus. But that is when you apply non-edible alcoholic preparations typically on your hands or as a surface disinfectant. When the virus comes in contact with those substances, they die, but unfortunately, they don't when you drink alcohol or any other intoxicating substance. These definitely won't kill the virus, but they have the ability to kill you. Next on our list we have drinkable silver. I think this one sounds a lot more intense than it really is, so allow me to give you some insight. The use of colloidal silver was promoted on US televangelist Jim Bakker's show. Colloidal silver is tiny particles of metal suspended in liquid. A guest on the show claimed that the solution killed some strains of coronavirus within 12 hours, while admitting it hadn't yet been tested on COVID-19. The idea that it could be an effective treatment for coronavirus has been widely shared on Facebook, particularly by medical freedom groups, which are deeply suspicious of mainstream medical advice. Those in favor of colloidal silver claim it can treat all kinds of health conditions. It can act as an antiseptic, and they state it helps the immune system. There are some occasional uses of silver in healthcare, for example in bandages applied to wounds, but that doesn't mean it's effective to consume. There's clear advice from the US health authorities that there's no evidence this type of silver solution is effective for any health condition. More importantly, it could cause serious side effects including kidney damage, seizures, and argyria, a condition that makes your skin turn blue. They say that, unlike iron or zinc, silver is not a metal that has any function in the human body. Some of those promoting the substance for general health on social media have found their posts now generate a pop-up warning from Facebook fast-checking servers. Lastly, we'll be looking at our last spot, and in complete and utmost honesty, the most absurd and, in my opinion, offensive one. Heat kills the virus, but wait for it, ice cream should be avoided. There are lots of variations of the advice suggesting that heat kills the virus, from people recommending drinking hot water to taking hot baths, or even using hand dryers. One post, copied and pasted by dozens of social media users in different countries, and falsely attributed to UNICEF, claims that drinking hot water and exposure to the sun is able to kill the virus, even going as far as saying that ice cream is to be avoided. Charlotte Ganetska, who works for UNICEF on coronavirus misinformation, says, "A recent erroneous online message purporting to be UNICEF communication appears to indicate that avoiding ice cream and other cold foods can prevent the onset of the disease. This is, of course, wholly untrue." So fellow friends, fellow viewers, don't put them scoops down. Go dish up some of your favorite flavors without fearing any of that coronavirus. Much love from your homie, Dopamine Dealer. Leave any tops you would like to see in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.